watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
We begin with a weather impact alert with rain on the way. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday, 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Nada Irampour. Thank you for being with us. And some changes on our way with rain. Meteorologist Evan Arani, you've been tracking this. It's done a lot throughout California before it heads to us, right?
And it's been days, right?
Yeah.
We've been watching these notifications come up of Northern California getting battered, Central California.
Right.
Now it's moving into Southern California with the bulk of that rain around Santa Barbara and LA County. But we are seeing that whole system move south over the course of the day today, with our heaviest rain expected in the afternoon stretch today. Take a look at today's forecast. Temperatures are going to stay on the cooler side of average by about 10 to 15 degrees, 66 along the coast, 68 inland. We are dry for now on that morning commute, so enjoy the start to the day because it will look a lot different about 5 to 10 hours from now. All because that green that you see up around the LA area moving into Orange County right now is moving in our direction. You see that second band of showers, thunderstorms, the more yellow and orange tones up around the Santa Barbara area. That's going to be kind of that second wave that'll come closer to about noon to 5 p.m. that we're going to be watching for specifically. So details on all of this along with the wind coming up in just a bit. But as always, you can find an extended weather forecast on our free streaming channel, CBS 8 Plus. You can download it on your TV and watch for free. In the meantime, let's get a check of how things are looking as far as traffic goes with Vanessa Paz. Good morning.
Good morning. So far, so good, right? It's 6:01. I'm taking a look at all of our freeway cams and trying to see if I can see any soggy roads. As of right now, everyone looks dry. This is the 805 in both directions right at Home Avenue. So this is that drive as you make your way northbound in from the South Bay. This is the North County on the 5 in Oceanside, right at Oceanside Boulevard. Coming at your screen is a southbound drive. And you could also see that the roads are dry. We're tracking a couple of incidents. We have a crash involving 2 cars. This is on the 15 North right at Miramar Way. Could slow things down for anyone exiting the Miramar Mesa area this morning towards that 163. We're also getting reports of a breakdown on the 8 West right at Lake Jennings. Coming up in about 7-8 minutes or so, we'll take a look at what your Tuesday travel times have in store. That's all ahead. Netta.
Okay, thank you so much, Vanessa. This morning, tens of thousands of Kaiser Permanente workers are set to go on strike. The 5-day work stoppage will take place at hospitals in California and in Hawaii. CBS 8's Chris Grow live at the Kaiser San Diego Medical Center here in Kearney Mesa to tell us what workers are demanding. Chris.
Yeah, good morning. And so that strike will start at 7 a.m. along with picketing here at the Kaiser Center in Kearney Mesa. Now, one of the things, of course, that the union that represents these nurses and the healthcare workers is asking for better benefits, better hiring levels, as well as, of course, better pay. And so what we are hearing is that they are asking for somewhere around 25% more when it comes to pay. The hospital has been saying that, look, we're offering around 21%, and we already pay you 16.5% more than most hospital systems pay their nurses and healthcare workers. So this will simply become untenable, that they will have to raise costs and that they will not be able to hire as many people if they have to go ahead with the union demands. They got to this stalemate, and then, of course, the Kaiser union, I should say, voted to authorize this strike against Kaiser Permanente. We spoke with an emergency nurse not too long ago about what it is that they're looking for. Here's what they had to say.
22 months, the staff have been escalating all sorts of patient safety concerns, predominantly based on appropriate staffing. We just can't get on the same page with that, and we owe it to our patients to make sure we have the resources available to provide the best care.
Here's that full statement from Kaiser Permanente. When we reached out to them, I'm going to read it to you in part. Anything beyond 21.5% will require us to further increase rates for our members and customers at a time when healthcare costs are increasingly unaffordable and many are having to make the difficult choice to go without coverage. We have a responsibility to do the right thing for our employees and our members and customers. Strike is unnecessary and disruptive. Again, 7 a.m., that's when that strike begins, and it will last for 5 days. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris, for the details on that. You can get a free flu shot today as flu season gets underway here. It's happening at the County Library branch on Kempo Road in Spring Valley from 3 to 6 p.m. You do not need an appointment for this. Health officials say there have already been 2 local deaths from the flu. Last season, we saw nearly 40,000 cases and 220 deaths, 7 of them children. Doctors recommend getting a flu shot before the end of October for the best protection.
This morning, the Padres are looking for a new manager after Mike Shildt announced his retirement. He had 2 years left on his contract. Shildt led the team to back-to-back 90-win seasons and consecutive playoff appearances. At 57 years old, he retires with a career record of 435 and 340. In a letter, Shildt writes, quote, "I gave every fiber of my being to help achieve Peter Seidler's vision of bringing a World Series championship to San Diego. We fell short of the ultimate goal, but I am proud of what the players, staff, and organization were able to accomplish the last 2 seasons. The grind of the baseball season has taken a severe toll on me mentally, physically, and emotionally. While it has always been about serving others, it's time I take care of myself and exit on my terms." End quote. And here's some reactions from fans.
For him, it's time to step away. A lot of different personalities on the team. I think that's what they need, is a coach or manager that can manage their personalities. Because Machado, Tatis, they're not real leaders of the club, per se, but I think that's what they need to look for, someone that can manage personalities, and they'll be good. They'll be back in the playoffs next year for sure, and hopefully beat the Dodgers.
Padres general manager A.J. Preller says the search will begin immediately.
Beat the Dodgers. That's what we hope the Brewers do, too.
Yeah, they're still playing baseball right now.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about what's happening in L.A.
Yeah.
I guess the rain is coming down there, huh?
The rain is coming down. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch that's up in the LA area, a flash flood watch as well. Both of those could be upgraded if we see the severe thunderstorms or flash flooding become imminent. Take a look at the system we're talking about. There's a lot of green and yellow on the screen here. What we see as far as the initial burst of rain and scattered showers, that's going to come as early as about 9 a.m., 8 and 9 a.m., and it's going to be lighter. But as far as the moderate to heavy downpours that we can expect into the afternoon commute, timed it out a little bit for you. That's this area where we see the yellow, orange, and red popping up here. That's moving south from the Santa Barbara area. Expected to arrive in Rancho Palos Verdes in just about 3 hours. San Clemente closer to 6 hours, and downtown San Diego closer to 9 hours out. Again, that's not the starting time of rain period, but the starting time of that heavier band of showers and that best chance for some thunderstorms to pop up. As far as watches, warnings, and advisories go, right now we only in San Diego County have this wind advisory. That's going to take effect at 9 a.m. It'll last through 3 p.m. We've got speeds between 15 and 20 miles per hour, very windy. Gusts up to 35 miles per hour, dying down after the 3 o'clock time frame. You might notice the green, like I mentioned, that's a severe thunderstorm watch in the darker green tone, a flash flood watch that is in the lighter green tone. The flash flood watch in effect from 5 a.m. today, so just took effect about an hour ago. It'll last through 5 p.m. tonight. As far as our totals go, let's run it through 1 p.m. So this is ahead of the brunt of this storm. Between now and 1 p.m., we're looking at about 2/10 of an inch in Oceanside, Fallbrook, Carlsbad, maybe 1/10 of an inch in Del Mar. Everywhere on the green tone, expected to see maybe a few hundredths of an inch. But I want to run this forward from 1 p.m. all the way through early Wednesday morning. And again, like I said, that's where that heavy downpour is expected, at least in some spots on the map. Carlsbad could have picked up on 6/10 of an inch by the time we get to early tomorrow morning. About 1/2 inch in Del Mar, San Diego, Chula Vista, 6/10 in Alpine, 6/10 in Julian, and taking the cake there, you got 1.2 inches possible up a Palomar Mountain. So it will be likely a very soggy evening commute. But as of this time, Vanessa Paz is checking in on what is a very dry start to the morning commute here. We haven't really seen any of that rain start up quite yet.
Right. The roads are fairly dry, but things are picking up. It's a lot more busier out on our highways versus this time yesterday because, of course, yesterday was a holiday. Taking a look at the 805, this is in both directions. Right at Home Avenue, right side of your screen is at northbound drive as you make your way out of the South Bay area. And this is what it looks like on the 5 in both directions. Things fairly quiet coming in and out of the Oceanside neighborhood. But again, that could change within the next few hours or so. Taking a look at what we have in terms of crashes, we have one involving 2 cars, and this is on the 15 right at Miramar Way. That may slow things down if you're exiting, let's say, the Rancho Penasquitos, Rancho Bernardo area, headed on the 15 south towards that 163 split. We are also getting reports of a breakdown on the 8 west at Lake Jennings. I'm not seeing it cause any issues, though, as you make your way towards El Cajon in from, let's say, the Alpine area. It looks like we're in pretty good shape in terms of speeds. Everyone right now is at average speeds anywhere between 65, 70 miles per hour, and travel times look fairly nice, with the exception of the Coronado Bridge. We have construction that occurred overnight, and it's lingering into the 6 o'clock hour, so pack your patience as you head towards the toll booths this morning. 10 to about 15 minutes to get you in from San Isidro, as well as at 54 up to the 8 freeway. If you're traveling out of the East County headed westbound, all of those drives really nice, smooth sailing, anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes for you. And finally, here's a look at the travel in from the North County. Encinitas to the top of the Golden Triangle under 30, about 10 minutes or so in from Escondido down to that 163 merge, and 78 west in from the 15 to the 5 will take you about 15 minutes at last check. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at your border wait times. We're tracking about an hour-and-a-half wait coming in from San Isidro's port of entry. If you're coming in from Otay Mesa, it'll take you about an hour.